Hello, this is David Rose with the Natural Resources Conservation Service with your conservation message for the day. Our first topic is conservation planning. A conservation plan is an essential element to apply for available financial assistance. It is very difficult to put together all the complicated components for a good proposal in a hurry-up mode. The staff in the office will need to spend time on the farm, looking over the site, working with the landowners and operators to develop alternatives. If engineered practices are involved, then each alternative will need a preliminary engineering design that also involves costs. There needs to be adequate time to evaluate these alternatives, make adjustments as needed, and then make decisions on the best way to address the resource concerns on the site. This all takes time and shouldn't be rushed. The consequences could be a system installed that doesn't meet all the needs of the landowner, all because of being in a hurry. So let's do a good job of planning. So if you are interested in doing some conservation work on your operation, come in as soon as you start thinking about it and work with our staff. The sooner the better. Our next topic is the Environmental Quality Incentives Program, or EQIP. EQIP is the flagship financial assistance program for federal conservation work. Some top 10 tips for producers to remember when applying for EQIP include: number 1, be actively involved in the development of your conservation plan. It is designed to address your natural resource concerns and goals and is your plan. Number 2, carefully review the conservation plan created by the NRCS or SWCD staff before signing the contract. Be certain you understand what is required of you and others. Number 3, read the contract appendix to fully understand the legal implications of the contract. The appendix sort of works as the rules of the road as it regards the conservation contract. Number 4, realize your EQIP contract is a legally binding agreement between you as a participant and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. By signing the contract, you agree to perform specific tasks in return for a federal payment or payments. Number 5, do not start any practice included in your plan until the contract is finalized. The contract is considered final when federal dollars are obligated and assigned to the contract. The planner that you work with in the NRCS or SWCD office will let you know when your contract actually becomes final. Number 6, you must start or apply at least one conservation practice within the first 12 months after your contract is finalized. This means not postponing any work, but getting right after it. Number 7, ensure conservation practices are implemented within time frames established in the contract. Number 8, understand that all installed conservation practices must meet NRCS standards and specifications. This is essential in order for producers to receive any payment for practice installation. Number 9, maintain all funded conservation practices in your plan for their intent and full lifespan. The lifespans are variable depending upon the practice. Number 10, inform the NRCS field office immediately if circumstances arise where any change to the contract plan or practice implementation schedule needs to occur. We need to do these ahead of time, not after the fact. The Minnesota Agricultural Water Quality Certification Program, otherwise known as CERT-T, is a voluntary program designed to accelerate adoption of on-farm conservation practices that protect Minnesota's lakes and rivers. Producers who implement and maintain approved farm management practices will be certified and in turn will be assured that their operation meets the state's water quality goals and standards for 10 years. Certainty means that new rules and regulations will not apply. This means that any farm that is certified will be exempt from changes in the rules throughout the 10 years of certification. They are obligated simply to follow the rules as they exist at the time of certification. So how does a producer get certified? There is a process that involves an assessment, technical assistance, certification, verification and recertification is an option at the end of the first 10 years. 4 pilot areas have been approved for the state, and Stearns County has one of those areas, with the Middle Sauk River being one of the pilot watersheds. If interested, please contact Mark LaFave with the Soil and Water Conservation District at 320-251-7800, extension 3. The next topic is soil health. The NRCS and SWCD are promoting soil health, but many might ask, what does soil health actually mean? Healthy, fully functioning soil provides an environment that sustains and nourishes plants, soil microbes, and beneficial insects. Soil is made up of air, water, decayed plant residue, organic matter from living and dead organisms, and mineral matter such as sand, silt, and clay. Increasing soil organic matter typically improves soil health, since organic matter affects several critical soil functions, including nutrient cycling and water holding capacity. Healthy soils are porous and allow air and water to move freely through them. Healthy soils can lead to increased production, increased profits, and natural resource protection. To improve soil health, these tips are generally being offered. Disturb the soil as little as possible. Grow many different species of plants through rotations and a diverse mixture of cover crops. Plan your cover crops around harvest to keep living roots growing in the soil for as much of the year as possible, and keep the soil surface covered with residue year-round. The next topic is prevented planting. With the wettest June on record looming, with a wet weekend coming up, prevented planting is on everybody's mind. Before making any cover crop decisions on prevented planting acres, be sure to talk to your insurance provider and your local farm service agency office. This is extremely important if you're concerned with certain financial aspects regarding insurance or possible FSA programs. With highly erodible land fields comes responsibilities that include following the existing plan or meeting an alternative system that provides effective conserving cover to protect from all forms of erosion, sheet and rill, and concentrated flow erosion. Get a plan together with NRCS, SWCD, private agronomist, or a seed sales support person as soon as possible so you have adequate time to plan for purchasing seed, getting proper equipment, etc. You want to develop a plan A and a backup plan B. Don't let the weed seeds form and propagate. You want to plant a cover crop soon if it is a warm season species that you understand how and when to terminate. Cool season grasses and legumes you should be planting in the first part of August. You want to decide if you want to use species that will winter kill, like oats and radish. This is a good place to start. Don't plant a monotype or just one species like radishes. You will get more all-around benefits with at least a broadleaf and a grass cover crop mix, for instance, radish and oats. It is very questionable at this time as to additional cost assistance, whether it will be available through NRCS. If there were additional opportunities, the plans and the seed designs need to be started right away. Now is the right time, so you can find the proper seed and get it in the ground properly and timely. Don't let the ground go fallow unless you have a very good reason. Highly erodible land compliance is still alive and well. However, with the wet year that we have, many fields with non-highly erodible classifications look as bad or worse than those that are labeled as highly erodible land. Be sure to include the NRCS and SWCD office when you're looking for information, but also check with Minnesota Extension as well. For more information on any of these topics or any that you can think of, contact our local NRCS and SWCD office in Waite Park at 320-251-7800, extension 3, and have a great day.